Enrique, thank you for joining us. As leader of our Latin American unconventional portfolio, we're interested in talking about Argentina today. Been in the news a lot, clearly enormous reserves, clearly an enormous number of obstacles to bringing those reserves to production, not least the difficult relationship between the Argentinian government, YPF and some of the operators. What do you see the outlook as being in the next 2 to 3 years in this sector?
Pretty much depends on whether the money appears or not. The idea of the Argentinian national government is to develop these resources as soon as possible. That's why they nationalized YPF, previously was a half-private company owned by Repsol. That's why the direction to the new management in the company is go and do the job and get the resources out as soon as. The only hurdle in between is that each one of those wells they want to drill costs between $10 and $15 million each. So the government wants to drill another 100 wells this year, and by next year move directly to production once those estimated resources can be certified proven reserves.
And will that money come from Chevron? I mean, I know they're looking at partnering with YPF in this.
There is an agreement in principle. It hasn't been signed, but it has been shaped off, hands wide, by Ali Moshiri and Mr. Galucho. The situation at the moment is that the Argentinian justice system has implemented an embargo on Chevron's assets in Argentina due of the legal difficulties Chevron is facing across many other countries in Latin America.
Right.
So the president of Chevron Africa and Latin America Exploration and Production Company, Ali Moshiri, has advised the government that they will not sign the final agreement until this embargo is lifted.
Are there other operators looking at the sector as well?
There are many other operators looking at the sector as well. The opportunity is huge. It's going to be as big as the United States, pretty much. The problem that the operators are facing is the legal security, if you want, the security of whether they're going to be able to operate in a swift manner, and secondly, whether the income they might take from these operations, these international operating companies might be able to bring back to the headquarters, primarily in the US, given that Argentina has a dollar embargo, that you cannot take money out of Argentina.
And are there infrastructure obstacles? The Vaca Muerta formation is remotely located. It's far from sources of water, I understand. Is infrastructure a challenge, or is that easily overcome?
Infrastructure as such is not a challenge. The region of Neuquén province is a very traditional oil region. There has been onshore drilling operations in Neuquén for the last 100 years. So the oil and gas infrastructure as such is there. The water is not also a massive issue. Yes, to develop or to explore or to drill unconventional wells, you need a huge amount of water. However, the Neuquén province and where the Vaca Muerta formation is located is between two very carbonous rivers. So that is easily, that could be easily addressed. The main challenge in terms of infrastructure is for the operators and the services companies to being able to bring the equipment into those regions. There is an imports block from the Argentinian government that prevents companies like Schlumberger and Halliburton and Baker Hughes to deliver the equipment, the rigs, the workovers, and all the equipment infrastructure into the place it needs to be at the time it needs to be. That is at the moment the single one biggest infrastructure challenge to develop these things.
Sounds like there is enormous opportunity, but some significant challenges to overcome. Enrique, thank you for joining us this morning.
No problem.